Good evening, yarnies, dirty hookers, and fiber fiends. How is everybody this evening? I'm doing pretty well. Adjust my little volume. I found some woodland fairy tale music to go along with our woodland theme tonight. So before we start, give the heads up, or not the heads up, run down everything, the usual stuff. If you're new here, which I don't know if anybody here is new, but if you're new here, I'm the Crafty Cub. Mostly I crochet, but I will do other things from time to time. Hey there, Woodland Fairy Tales. Yes. Lumberjacks Lady, the cold is kicking my butt, but I'm on the downhill. Oh, I hope you feel better. I'm glad you are feeling better. That's no fun. So, like I said, I'm the Crafty Cub. I stream 4 or 5 nights a week. Mostly crochet. We will be doing other things in the distant future. I have a Discord. So if you want to join the Discord, !Discord, it'll come up during the stream. You can join there. We share a lot of the projects we're working on, all that good stuff. I also have a YouTube channel. All of my streams are uploaded immediately afterwards to the YouTube channel, unedited. So you can check out past streams, and the command for that is !YouTube. Or again, it will come up throughout the stream. Before we get into the woodland, this coming Thursday is our Throwback Thursday. We are having a special guest. So keep your eyes. What's the word? Keep an eye on it. Be on the lookout for Thursday for our special guest. I'm hoping it's going to work out right, but we'll see. And I say a lot. I'm trying not to do that. So we're going to get into the woodland theme. It is September. Even though it's 90-some degrees outside here, I am ready for fall weather. And I'm ready for going into the woods, both figuratively and literally. I mean, I live in the woods. But I want to see what we can find. Throughout the entire month, I'm going to take you on a journey or a walk through the woods. So, we're just entering, we're in a clearing. We come to the tree line, and we're going to see what happens, what we can find in this woodland, at this forest that's ahead of us. And the first thing that I see is a mushroom. We're going to be doing our little applique mushroom granny square. And we're going to make a few of these tonight because they're so stinking easy and somewhat quick. And we're going to do different colors. So I've got the pale green with this eggplant color. My first one is going to be a little, what's the word? Startling. Colors you're not normally going to see when you think of a mushroom, but I'm doing it for purposes you can see. I'm using this baby blue as our background square. I will be using the white for our stem, but the mushroom cap is going to be pink. I don't know if I've ever seen a pink mushroom, but we're going to have a pink mushroom first. We will do a couple of them in different colors. So to start, we're going to make the square. And if you follow the channel months ago, probably back in the spring, I made the same type of square. It is a solid granny square. So this is going to be like a little refresher course if you're able to catch that stream. I'm going to start with, you can either start with a chain of 4, slip stitch into your first chain to form a ring. I'm going to start with a magic circle. You can do it whatever way works for you. And into the magic circle, or if you have your ring, that's your chain ring, I'm going to chain up 3. That counts as a double crochet. And let me zoom in a little bit. That counts as our first double crochet. Into the ring, whatever ring you have, you're going to put 2 more double crochets. And that is our first side of round number 1. And I'm sorry that the lighting makes everything washed out. I need like a diffuser. You're going to figure out a way to make one that's safe. So we've got our 3 doubles. That counts as 1 side, the first side of round 1. We're going to chain twice, and into the ring we're going to put 3 more doubles. 2, 3. That's going to be side number 2. Chain twice again. Anytime we chain twice, that is our corners. And then into the ring, we're going to do 3 more doubles. 2, 3. So that is going to be the third side of our square. I'm going to chain 2 again. That's another corner. I'm going to tighten up my ring a little bit because it's just there's too much going on. And into the ring, we're going to put 3 more doubles. That is our fourth side of the square. So it's how you start all basic granny squares, the basic traditional ones. I'm going to pull this a little tighter. And then I'm going to have 2 more chains. So to recap, we've got our ring. We're going to chain up 3. That counts as a double. 2 more doubles into the ring. That is a grouping, a granny square stitch grouping. So there's 3 doubles. Chain 2, 3 more doubles into the ring. Chain 2, 3 more doubles into the ring. Chain 2, 3 more doubles into the ring. And then chain 2. So that makes our square, and we're going to slip stitch into the top of the first chain 3, or I'm calling it a double crochet because it acts as a double, and we're going to slip stitch into that stitch. So that is round number 1. We're going to do 4 rounds for this square. So I'm going to chain up 3, and that stitch we're going to think of it as that stitch is stitched into that chain 3 from the row below. We have 2 more stitches because we did our group of 3, and we're going to double crochet into each stitch. So we're putting a double into a double. 3 on the first round, 3 one into each of those 3. The corner is going to get 2 doubles, 2 chains, and then 2 more doubles. If anybody has any questions while I'm doing this, let me know. Feel free to ask. And if you're crocheting along, and if I've gone too far or too fast, let me know. I was just eager to get into the woods. I want to be in the forest. Hey there, Fairy Dust, the Lot Lizard. How are you? We now have a lizard joining us into the woods, into our journey into the forest. I'm working on the, what do they call this? What do they call this square? Solid granny. So I'm starting my second row. Again, in our first side, each stitch gets a double. The corner gets 2 doubles, 2 chains, and 2 doubles. We're now on side number 2. Each of those stitches, those 3 stitches, each get 1 double. The corner gets 2 doubles, 2 chains, and 2 more doubles. And the same thing. The 3 stitches from the row below. Hey there, Claymiko, how are you? The 3 stitches from the row below, each one gets 1 double. I see that Claymiko has decided to join us on our journey into the woods. Who knows what we're going to end up encountering. I'm okay, I just got to work, doing thirds this week because I have a procedure on Wednesday. This way I don't have to miss work. Gotcha. Ooh, third shift. I mean, at least you don't have to miss work, but... And I hope the procedure goes well, whatever you're having done. In the corner, we get 2 doubles, 2 chains, and 2 doubles. Our last side, each of those 3 stitches are going to get a double. We went to the Renaissance Festival today for a while with a little one. We're all exhausted. Oh, I bet you are. As hot as it was. I would ask if you had a good time, but I already know that answer. Because it's always a good time at the Renaissance Festival. So I did the 4th side, and then the last corner gets 2 doubles, 2 chains, and 2 more doubles. Doing the prep the day before is the bad part. Everything else is a breeze. Ah, gotcha. But yeah, like I said, hopefully everything goes well. So that is round number 2. Each time, when we do each round, each side increases by 4 because you're going into all the stitches that are there, and in the corners of each side, there'll be 2 here and 2 there. And hey there, Grammy, how are you? Oh, that Nightbot reminded me. This is a pattern from the YouTube channel Custom Comfy Crochet by Dawn Marie. It's a very long name of a channel. The way that she's doing it, she's doing a bunch of them and piecing them together to make a tote bag. I'm not making a tote bag. I'm just showing the square. And yes, did the little one ride the pony again? So we finished the round, and we're going to slip stitch to join like we normally would. And we're going to do this for 2 more rounds. Of course, you got to ride the pony. So we're going to do this for 2 more rounds. So I'm going to chain up 3. Now the thing is, on this, we're starting in the middle of the side, but that's okay. When we end, when we get to the corner, we're going to work into some of these stitches like you normally would. So you're not starting at the end, at the very end of a side. You're starting in the middle. We're not slip stitching into join to get to the corners. She added a tail to her fairy outfit. Oh, I bet it's adorable. And if the little one is watching, hi Riley. So we've got our chain 3, that counts as a double. And then in all the doubles that are here, they each get a double. You don't really have to count. The main one you have to count was your first round, because it's just a double into a double. And then the corners get 2 doubles, 2 chains, 2 doubles. Counting ducks. Counting ducks is more important. I totally understand. Oh, and that's the other thing. I'm glad I have Nightbot to remember me. Forgot before we started, Again, the merch store is active. So if anybody's interested, there's the link. And there is a merch channel on the Discord. So even when we're not live, if you want the merch channel, the merch link, you can go to the merch channel in Discord. So 2 doubles in the corner, 2 chains, and 2 doubles in the corner. And again, every stitch that is here gets a double. Duty calls, okay, I'll be here. We're still in the woods. We're not leaving the woods anytime soon. So I'm just working my way down the side. And this is just the square. This is what we're going to put the mushroom on. So this is the boring part. The head of the first stitch coming out of the corner. Oh, yes. Okay, thank you for reminding me. See, I'm glad I got people like Fairy Dust to kind of help me. So what they're mentioning there. So I did the corner, the very first stitch of a side. Sometimes you're going to move those stitches you just made over a bit. And the way I'm right-handed, so the stitch where you go into, it's like the letter P. You've got the post and then the rounded part. Where you're going to go into the top of the stitch is the rounded part of the letter P. So that is where stitch number 1 is. If you go just start here, that's actually stitch number 2. So sometimes those stitches you make in the corners will hide that very first stitch. Again, thank you, Fairy Dust. So I'm just working along 1 stitch into 1 stitch. And this is a solid granny. So you're not having all the holes on the granny. You'll have holes in the corners, but you're not having all the holes like a traditional granny square would have. And again, I'm working on a new side, so I'm going to move those stitches over a little, and there's that first stitch. It's hiding under there. Okay. Get to my last corner. Chain 2 and 2 more. We're not done yet, because remember when we slip stitched to join the previous round and chained up, we were chaining up on the 3rd stitch in. So we have 2 more stitches here. So we're going to go into each of those stitches. And now we can slip stitch into the top of our chain 3 from when we started this round. That is row number 3. We're going to do the same thing. Chain up 3, that counts as a double. And that double is coming out of that stitch right there. So you go to the next one, double into a double. All the way to the corner. When you get to the corner, you do 2 doubles, 2 chains, 2 doubles. And that's all there is to a solid granny. This is my last round. I am using worsted weight yarn, and I am using a 5.5 millimeter hook. There's no specific gauge, I guess, with this. If you were going to make a bag, I don't think it would matter. It doesn't have to be exact. But if you're using thinner yarn, obviously, you would probably want to use a smaller hook. I'm not exactly certain if in the YouTube video, if they recommend a certain gauge. I'm not worrying about gauge with this, with a lot of the things that I teach, because it's just more of the technique and the pattern, not necessarily a finished item. We will have some finished items, but not this one. This is just going to be some squares. I'm really liking this music. Okay, I'm working on this corner here, getting ready to do my last side. While I'm working on this, what is everyone else working on? If you're crocheting along, that's cool. If you have another project in the works, and get to my corner, chain two, oops, do the other side of my corner, and then I've got a couple stitches to work into, and then I will slip stitch and finish off the yarn, weave in ends, and we will have a square. I will also tighten up the magic ring. So I'm going to slip stitch here to join, chain one, I'm going to cut my tail, pull through, snug that up. While I'm here, I'm going to tighten up the magic ring. If you don't do a magic ring, then that's fine. You can still snug it up a little bit and then weave in ends. Lumberjacks Lady says, I'm getting close to finishing a crochet crop top. Once it's done, they make wings and a tail for an Amy cockatoo. Oh, I bet that's adorable. I've been not a cockatoo, but I've been looking for some applique animals for this one blanket I'm donating to Project Linus. The one that I showed the fox. I showed the fox last night, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did. It's gonna go in the camouflage blanket. So it's just a fox and his tail. It looks like it's all like snuggled up, and all you see is the head and its tail, and like it's sleeping. I'm working on a deer for it, a little cute deer, and there's a couple, I think 2 more animals I'm gonna find. Grumpy about him, but everyone else is loving. You'll post in the Discord. Yeah, would love to see your cockatoo. I didn't weave this in. I just tied off. I was getting ready to cut it and not weave in the tail. Once I weave this in, then we will get to the actual mushroom. The fun part. Granny Square itself it's fun, but it's not the main event. So we got our little solid granny. Me wearing a crop top will be the quickest way to clear out my workplace. Fairy dust, you're too much. Okay, So that is our square. Now we're going to get our mushroom colors. And yes, I said we're going to do a very bizarre looking mushroom. I don't think I've ever seen a pink mushroom before. They might have some that have like pink coloring to it, but we're going to do a pink one. I didn't have any red acrylic yarn. I got some red cotton yarn, but I wanted to do it in some acrylic. And I wanted bright colors so you can see it. The red would be a little dark. Post it? Okay, yeah. We're going to take a little pause and go check out Lumberjack Ladies. Actually, we're going to take a quick little Discord share type thing. The thing we did the other night. And as I said Discord, the Discord message popped up. Like, Nightbot is having like really good timing with me. Alrighty. So this is from Llama, our new friend that we met last night. They live in Finland. Yeah, show and tell. Thank you. I think I would remember that. I mean, kindergarten. Yeah, they live in Finland, and they said that they make clothes. They do all different types of yarn, fiber arts. They crochet, knit, weaving. I think they went to school for weaving and clothing design. These are all I think they're all woven items, and I think they said this was projects they did when they were in school. That is gorgeous. I saw these last night after stream when they posted it, and the just the detail and it's not stitching. It's the weave pattern. And let's see what else they posted. Some really, really pretty dyed yarn. I don't know if they dyed the yarn or what, but this purple, pink, yeah, I'm really loving that. And then this scarf, those colors, that blue, and then this purple, and I'm assuming they kind of like radiate into each other. Yeah, there's a little bit of purple in the blue, but then here on this part here, let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. There we go. You can see this part here, it kind of, the colors blend. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous work. Okay, one of these days I'm going to get really good at doing this show and tell. What else do we got? This, I'm not certain what type of symbol this is, but I've never seen this type of weaving. It's a very open weave where the pink is, but then everything else looks embroidered. I'm not certain. It's cool looking. What else do we have? This, when I saw this last night, I had all of the 1970 feels. This pattern is giving me psychedelic 70s, that Bargello effect. And that is done on, you can see it's still on the loom. I don't even know how you would begin to do this. Yeah, it's very, very trippy. And what else do we have? Some more of the yarn, the really pretty purple and pink yarn. I'm assuming they dyed it because it's there on a drying rack. So I'm assuming that's the case. What else do we have? I want to have a beer, watch Dazed and Confused, and look at that green one. Oh, You mean this one here? Yeah. Yeah, just even sober, it's giving me like your eyes are just like super, super pretty. And then this scarf, well, I don't know if it's a scarf or a throw. I just love the contrast of the purple. This is very Halloween colors with the purple and the chartreuse. Yes, I said chartreuse and the black. So that is from, I think they go by Llama. Earlier today, Lady 1241 posted a picture of her cat. She said that the cat thinks it hasn't been fed, but the bowl is right there and is preventing her from finishing her sweater. And then another picture of her cat supervising. And I guess she's watching baseball, but the cat up here is keeping an eye on things. You have to have a supervisor and quality control. And then here we go, Lumberjack Lady's cockatoo. That's adorable. That is super cute. What? Why are you grumpy with him? I mean, I don't know that much about Ammies, but it's cute. I like it. I like the crest feathers. Crest, not crust. Okay. I think that's it for the show and tell. It's not him, it's me. My technique is just not right and it bothers me. Oh, okay. No, I totally get that we're always our own worst critic. Well, just looking at it, I think it looks great. Whoops. All right. Thank you, everybody, for sharing. I love looking at things that people. Oh, the other thing. One more thing. One more thing. In the general channel, Jay-Z sketch the other day. Lumberjack loves it, but I'm destined to live. But it's destined to live with my brother. Gotcha. So the other day, Jay-Z sketch posted in the general. They are in the process of reorganizing their yarn stash, and they have posted some pictures of it. Actually, let me go to the browser because they have two pictures in their Tumblr, and I got to make it a little bit smaller. I think they said this is all their plant-based yarn, these two pictures. Super pretty. I love these multicolored, like this one here. Oh, wait. Wrong picture. Like this one here, like these two with the gray and the brown, and then this one with like the browns and the whites. Well, even the ones over here, super, super pretty. And then this is their other one. Lots of really beautiful colors. Love these vibrant ones. Oh, and Sugars and Cream. I'm familiar with Sugar and Cream. Oh, that's their stash. So you don't have to post just your whips and your foes. You can also post your stash. Minimize that. Okay. I think we're ready to go back into the woods for oh, again, thank you for everybody for sharing things. I don't know if I said that. So we're going to go back into the woods and finish our little mushroom. So we're going to work on the mushroom cap first. So my cap for this one is going to be this pink color. You can always choose whatever colors you want. They all don't have to be the traditional fairy tale red with the white spots. You can, it's your mushroom. Mushrooms comes in many colors. Okay, we're going to, with your mushroom cap color, you're going to put a slip knot on your hook, and we're going to chain 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. If anybody's crocheting along with me, let me know, and I can go slow down. I tend to do it pretty fast, so if anybody needs some time to help follow along, I'm willing to do that. So in our mushroom cap color, I've chained 11. And in the second chain from the hook, we're going to do a single crochet, and we're going to do single crochets in the rest of the chains. So when we get to the end, we'll have 10 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This here will be the bottom of our mushroom cap. Okay. For row number 2, we're going to chain 1 and turn. And at the beginning and the end of this row, we're going to do a single crochet 2 together, or also known as a simple decrease. So to show you how to do a simple decrease or single crochet 2 together, we're going to put our hook into our first stitch, bring up a loop, 2 on the hook, and now we're going to go into the very next stitch, bring up a loop, 3 on the hook, and we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. That is a single crochet 2 together. We've taken 2 stitches from the previous row and turned them into 1. That is a decrease. So we had 10 on our original row. This row, when we finish it, we'll have 8. So in the next 6 stitches, we're going to do 6 singles. Well, 1 single in the next 6. I need to get in the habit of saying that. So 1 single in the next 6. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We've got 2 stitches here at the end. We're going to do another decrease. Put the hook in the first stitch, bring up a loop, 2 on the hook. Put the hook into the very next stitch, bring up a loop, 3 on the hook, yarn over through all 3. So we had 6 standalone singles in the middle, and then 2 decrease stitches, well, a decrease stitch at each end. So now we have that is a total of 8 stitches on that row. We're going to chain 1 and turn, and we're going to do the exact same thing, except we're going to do our decrease at the beginning and the end, and we're going to have 4 in the middle that are traditional basic singles. So we're doing our decrease, insert into the hook, bring up a loop, insert in the next stitch, bring up a loop, 3 on the hook, yarn over through all 3. So that's a decrease. The next 4 each get a single. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 2 stitches get a decrease, or single crochet 2 together. Insert, bring up a strand or a loop, go into the next one, bring up a loop, 3 on the hook, yarn over through all 3. So now we have 6 stitches on that row. Yarn over and turn. We're going to do the same thing. Go do a decrease here at the beginning. So bring up 1 loop, go in the next stitch, bring up another, go through all 3. So that's a decrease. The next 2 stitches each get a single, 1 and 2. And the last 2 stitches, we're going to do single crochet 2 together or a simple decrease. And now that row had 4 stitches. See, we're making the triangle. We're making the mushroom cap. Chain 1 and turn. And now for this, we're going to do single crochet 2 together in the first 2 stitches and then also in the next 2. So there's no singles by itself. We're just doing a decrease at the beginning and the end. Bring it up, go in the next one, bring it up, yarn over through that, and do the same thing in the next 2 stitches. And now we have 2 stitches on that row. Chain 1 and turn. And this row is the exact same thing. Those 2 stitches, we're going to do a single crochet 2 together or a simple decrease. So in the first one, bring up a loop, go into the second one, bring up a loop, yarn over through all 3. That is the last row. Now it looks just like a triangle because it is a triangle. But to make it a little more rounded and fairy tale mushroom cartoony like, we're going to do an edging all the way around. So we're not going to finish off and cut. We're still going to keep going. And along the side, so we're at the point of our triangle. Along this side, we're going to put 5 singles. We're going to put them evenly, basically in the end of the row. And I think we have 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're going to have 5. So just do a single, evenly spaced all the way down. 3, 4, and 5. And then in this corner here, we're going to put 2 singles to round it. And then along the bottom of the cap, we're going to put a single into each stitch. We're going to work into that extra loop of that original chain. Original chain was down here. So you're just going to, you don't have to be exact. Just going to have to get close. And just put a single into each stitch. And it's okay if it curls. You're going to end up stitching it down flat anyway, because it's going to be sewn onto your square that we made earlier. In the corner here, I'm going to put 2 stitches. And then this side here, again, we're going to work 5 singles evenly up. And as we do it, I'm going to work over this tail. Just so it's hidden and we don't have to weave it in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I must have miscounted somewhere. Okay, I'm going to put an extra one. That's fine. And then what we're going to do is I'm just going to slip stitch into the top there. And I'm going to pull and do a chain to pull through. And I'm going to leave an extra long tail. That extra long tail we're going to use to sew it onto our square when we're finished the other part. This tail here, our shorter tail, we stitched over it, so I think I'm going to be confident enough to just clip it. And again, it's going to be sewn onto our square. So there's our mushroom cap. You can kind of move it, so if you want it to be a little more stretched out at the bottom, you can manipulate it. So that's that part. Now we're going to do the stem. of the mushroom, and I'm going to use white. Again, you can use whatever color you want. So we're going to put a slip knot on our hook, and we're going to chain up 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me just double check something. Okay. In the second chain from the hook, we're going to do a single crochet. But what we're going to end up doing is we're going to work down the chain, go around and work back up again. And if an easy trick, if you ever are doing something like this, your first pass and you're working into the chain, only go through one strand. The reason is once you come around the backside, if you go under 2 strands, it's going to be real tight and difficult sometimes to get through that strand. If you only do one on your first pass, when you come back around, it's going to be a whole lot easier to get the hook into the stitch. So the second chain from the hook, again, I'm only going through the one loop, and I'm not going through the back hump. I'm going through the top loop, the first one, just one, and I'm going to put in a single. And then the next one is also going to get a single. The next one will get a half double. The next one will get a half double. The next one gets a double. The next one gets a double. And now we're at the end. We have one chain left. Wait a minute. Yeah. In this last chain, it's going to get 3 half doubles. So 1, 2, 3. That's half of our stem. Now we're going to work back the other side, and as we do it, I'm going to stitch over this tail. So our very last one, we put 3 half doubles. We're going to go to the next stitch, and see how I said that it's going to be a lot easier? That space right there, that is our next chain we're going to go into. So I'm going to go into that space, and that space will have a double crochet. The next one gets a double crochet. The next 2 each get half doubles. 1 and 2. And the next 2 get singles. 1, 2. And I'm going to slip stitch to the very top here. And I'm going to chain 1. And I'm going to make a very long tail. I'm going to pull that through. And since I was stitching over the short tail, I'm just going to cut that off. Now we have our pieces for our mushroom. The spots on it, we're going to add here in a second. So we're going to take our mushroom cap and flip it over. There kind of is a right and a wrong side, kind of isn't. But whatever side you think is the best, put that down. You want the back, what your back would be, facing up. Same thing with your stem. And we're going to get our needle, and we're going to thread our needle. I might have made this white tail a little too long. And on the back side of our cap, we're going to line this up. You can line it however you want. If you want longer stem if you want a shorter one, but roughly about halfway or so. And I'm going to take the white and I'm going to tack it down to the cap, but you don't want to see anything showing through the front. So when you do this, you want to go, it's best to have your needle parallel to the mushroom cap and just pick up some strands on the back side there. And I'm going to go through the white and I'm just going to stitch it together just to anchor this together. I'm only going to go on the two sides. I'm not going to worry about the bottom where it meets here. I'm just going to go on the two sides. So I'm just going to pick up a couple of the strands and pull through. Just do a few little stitches. The main thing is you don't want these stitches showing through to the front. Okay, so I got half of it stitched down. I'm just going to take it and carry over because this side is going to be against our square, so you're not going to see any of this. So I'm just going to go over to the other side of the stem, pick up some of the mushroom cap and bring it through. Again, we're just tacking it on just so it's one piece. There. So if you want, you can leave it just like that. Some mushrooms don't have spots, but I want spots on mine. So I'm going to keep this attached. And this, you can put it wherever you want. So I want a spot right here. So I'm going to not necessarily go into the hole of the crochet. I'm going to pierce the stitch, some of the strands, all the way through. And then on the front side, don't get all tangled up with the pink strand. Then on the front side here, just go over a little bit. The ones with the spots are more magical. Exactly. Actually, fairy dust, you're going to eat this mushroom, and then you're going to look at Llama's green and white Bargello 70s woven pattern. That's what's going to happen. And you don't want to pull this too tight. If you pull it too tight, your spots kind of get sunken in. You're not going to see them. So you can put these spots wherever you want. Normally, they're in the main part of it. You don't necessarily usually see them at the bottom, but if you want spots on the bottom, that's fine. Well, I don't think you always want to have spots on your bottom. Yes, somebody can clip that. Don't threaten me with a good time. Wait, eating a magic mushroom or spots on your bottom? So I went up a little further, and then I'm going to put another spot here. And we're going to have an ad in about a minute-ish. And what we're doing here, these little tiny stitches, technically is a basic primitive form of embroidery. They're little decorative stitches that you're placing wherever. So that's all that this is. Just randomly place them. That one was I pulled a little too snug. So I'm going to take my needle and just fluff it up a little. There we go. While we're at ad, I will finish putting the spots on. And then when we come back, we'll walk through how to attach it to our square. So I will be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sitting through the ad break. I really appreciate it. Alrighty. So if you wanted just the mushroom, you can be done now, and you can apply this to whatever you want. Or if you just want cute little mushroom, that's fine. The other thing that you can do is you can change the scale of this. So if you remember when we started this, we chained 11 and then we had 10 singles. Well, if you wanted to be bigger, you can chain like, let's say 15, and then you would end up having 14 singles, and you just keep going down, so you'd have a bigger one. And the same thing with the stem. You can make it longer. You'd have to just play around with the math. So you can have mushrooms at different sizes. Okay, so we're going to take our cute little mushroom. That's the front. There's the back. And we're going to put it on our square. First, I'm going to stitch my way down to the white here, because I'm going to use the white to tack down the white, obviously, and the pink for the pink. So I'm just going to do a couple little stitches, not going through to the other side. Oh, and before I forget, I saw what you posted there, Fairy Dust. Psychedelic mushrooms. That's the good time. The other sounds like there may have been a prior good time. Yeah. And if that's the case, I think they make antibiotics for that. So I'm just going to stitch, do a little like running stitch down just to where the mushroom cap and the stem meet. Alrighty. Right about there. Okay. And I'm going to take the yarn out of my needle because I'm going to attach the cap first. I'm going to put the mushroom cap color on my needle. And you have options. You can position it like this. This is how, what's the channel called? Custom Comfy Crochet by Dawn Marie. That's how they have it, because they've took multiples of these and stitched them together like this and then formed it into a bag. Or nothing's going to stop you from doing it this way, and then you can place them side to side. I'm going to place it on diagonally because I like the look of the diagonal. I like how the lines work. So we're going to approximately center it. And then I'm going to hold it here and I'm going to tack it down. I can actually go all the way through the back. For my purposes, if you wanted the back to be clean and you don't want to see any of your threads, you could do the same thing like when we joined the stem, only go through part of the stitch, not go all the way through the back. But I'm going to go all the way through the back on this, just for the sake of time and to make it a little bit easier on me. And then all I'm going to do is just stitch it down. I'm going to go all the way around. I'm not going to stitch it down super well. And the way I'm doing it is I'm just going just on the inside of the edge of it. I don't want to do it like a whip stitch where you're going around the edge. I'm doing a running stitch just on the inside of the edge because I want to keep this line clean. I mean, there's all different ways of stitching it down. You can get really creative and use some decorative embroidery stitches to tack it down. But just doing a simple running stitch. I'm going to keep going till I get here. And I'll show you how I'm going to deal with going around the stem. Put my last stitch on that side of the mushroom. So half of the mushroom cap is tacked down. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it to the back. I'm going to do it by feel, actually. But on the back side, I'm just going to come up on the other side. Again, I don't care what the back looks like on this. If you were worried about it, then you would tack it down, and I would finish off, tie off, and start again. Or you can just weave it through your work that's there. but I'm not worried. For this sample, I'm not worried about it. If you were making something that you're not going to see the back, then you can easily just do what I just did. Keep going. If you would have difficulty of lining it up, you can always pin it down or use something to keep it in place. You can possibly use a stitch marker to uh, help you line up your applique to your square. A couple stitch markers. Okay. So I'm back to the top, and I'm just going to finish this off. Go through the other way. I think we're good. Just 2 passes. Snip the pink. So we got the cap attached. We got our tail, not our tail, our stem not attached. So we're going to do the exact same thing, but with the white yarn to tack down our stem. And it's that simple. Not too complicated to make these. Just a few basic shapes, put them together, and then always important to take care of the floppy stem. Yes, we can't have floppy stems. Not allowed. Floppy stems and spots on the bottom. That is why my channel is 18 plus. Floppy stems are so sad. Sad, like sad green. I need to actually get or make a pin cushion for those T-pins. Okay. And then I'm just going to go to the back side and tack down that. Nah, I think it was 18 plus before you you were a follower. It wasn't officially marked 18 plus, but so we now have 2 cute little mushroom squares. They're super adorable. So that was our first encounter into the woods. Who knows what the rest of the journey will be. even though a lot of you know because I've already given sneak peeks of what the journey will be. But okay. I think it's adorable, super cute, super easy. Mushrooms are fun. I guess that's the past couple of years, it's kind of been like the trendy, one of the trendy design type things. Okay, so what you're saying is Grammy. You're not wrong. You don't know Grammy like I know Grammy. Alrighty. So what am I gonna do? I think I'm either gonna. I know what we'll do. You all can watch me while and I can't teach this next one because I don't have the permission from the designer. And I think it actually says that you can't do this on stream. I can show it, but I can't actually teach how to do it. It's the reason for the season. So I mentioned this. This is for the donation blanket I'm going to be making. This cute little sleeping fox, even though his eyes are a little wonky, but it's okay. There's nothing wrong with a wonky fox. So, and I'm going to attach it to the blanket the same way, but I'm going to make it so the stitches of this won't show through on the back. So that would be the little fox. We're going to do some woodland animals on that blanket, but these are not part of our woodland themed, even though they are woodland themed. I'm in the process of making animal parts. That sounds morbid, but so that's going to be part of an eyeball, and this will be the pupil of the eyeball. So those are the eye pieces. This is the head, and so there's a head. It'll be tacked down flat onto the blanket. So there's the head. It's a cute little ear. Or does it go that way? It goes that way. There's an ear. And this is the body. I gotta add another leg to it. Yes, I'm making a deer. So, you can watch me struggle. Frankenstein. I'm putting no, it's more like Humpty Dumpty. I'm putting it back together again. I'm not putting a fox head on a deer's body. I'm not doing that. Alright, I gotta see where I am on this. If anybody's interested in the fox pattern or this pattern, I can send the links. Gotta find the leg. Wait. Oh, we already did that. I gotta do the other leg. Okay. Earlier before stream, I did the second leg, but I didn't realize I ended up putting it here. And when I got done, I'm like, why is the back leg shorter than the front? I was like, oh, I put it together wrong. I attached the back leg on its back, not its underside. So it kind of was like Frankenstein. So I had to rip it all out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mashup of animal body parts does sound like an interesting artistic endeavor. That's called sausage. Okay, we got to work back this way because I think it's, yeah, we're going to do it this way. But it's going to be cute. This is like a fawn, like a Bambi type thing. It's alrighty. So now what I got to do? Again, I'm not going to be teaching this. We call it bologna in Kentucky. Well, bologna is a type of sausage. Or symbol of the next show. And the and here. Whatever the first shoe. Alrighty. So I'm just gonna be chilling here for this part. No real instruction. And I'm going to move. Gonna move that out of the way. Gonna move that out of the way. And I gotta do a little thing here. Oh, come on. There we go. Updated my title for my stream, so I'm no longer doing that. Wait. Yeah. Uh, um, 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 Going to the first two. But I hope everybody's having a good weekend. Mine was all right. Two. All right, that's its leg. Is it? Hopefully, it's the same size as the other leg. Yeah, weird. It's a very weird shape. I'm not used to crocheting in shapes like this. Never crocheted a deer before. Stitch. Can't let it get all cattywampus. Yeah. Slip stitch each stitch down the leg to the tummy. Okay. Yeah. I can do this. Yeah, this here is the deer or fawn pattern from a blog called Carrie's Crochet. I think it says you can't. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I've already started it, and this isn't going to be an official woodland themed motif. Again, this is for Project Linus for the camo blanket. Okay, I'm at the tummy. Actually, at the tummy. There's a lot of instructions here. Single crochet the first 2 stitches of the tummy. Do half double in the following stitch. Double in the next. Stitch in each back leg. Okay. Does anybody have anything fun coming up? I know us Americans, tomorrow is Labor Day, so I know a lot of people have a 3-day weekend. I'm coming up to the deer's backside. Each stitch of the leg, single crochet each stitch. Stitch. Watching the stream is the highlight of your life. Hey, thank you. I mean, that is a compliment, I guess. Single. Okay, I'm literally right now crocheting a deer's ass. Okay, now we're going to do the tail. One half double on the next two, half double on the following. Each of the next. Slip stitch into the body. That sounds painful. Single each of the next two. Single each stitch to the front leg. Oh wow. All the way around. Oh, my t-shirt sample from the merch store says it's been shipped. I think it was shipped yesterday, Friday. They're saying it should be here by next Friday. I think it's going to show up sooner than that. Hopefully. So when it gets here, I'll wear it on stream unless it is a Saturday. Saturday is our Project Linus, so I'd wear the Project Linus shirt on Saturdays. I'm excited. Hopefully it turned out pretty good. I gotta slip stitch all the way down. I don't even know what's next after I make this. I'm assuming I don't know if there's any antlers on this. I know I'm gonna do the white dots on it because I want a fawn. I don't want a mature deer. Little baby. Okay. fasten off through. Hopefully this is going to look cute when it's all done. Where is... Oh, I've already... Yep, that's a deer shape, a deer body shape. And there's the head. It's coming along. It's got a cute little tail. See. Oh, I gotta add... And it's using up most of this brown. Good. Wanted to get rid of that. Yep. I'll figure out how I'm gonna angle it. I don't want it looking up. I'm probably gonna want it looking in a cute angle. Maybe it has to look up. I don't know. We'll figure that out. I gotta do some white because I'm gonna put white on its tail. Bottom stitch at back of tail. I'm literally right now going to be stitching the deer's, you know where. You might not want to watch this. This might be a little graphic. I'm putting a metal instrument in the backside of a deer. Now, all of this is scrap yarn that I've had forever. That brown Hirschner's I had is all, well, I've got a little tiny, actually, no, I don't. That's all gone. That was all used up in the other than the blanket, and that was also like a espresso color. This is more of like a mocha, I guess. This is all just scrap stuff that I've had for years. I don't know where most of it came from. Double in the back loop of the next two stitches. That might be easier said than done. Okay. Two. Then on the following stitch. Can't get it in the stitch. Oh, here we go. Angle. The brown I got is walnut. I was wondering what shade of brown. Yeah. I don't even know what brand this is. I have no idea how old it is. It's in good condition, but it's not anything fancy. So I'm gonna slip stitch in the next. Okay. weaving in the other. And yeah, Fairy Dust Clay Mika was over to the house last night, and she wasn't in stream last night, and I was showing her the stuff in the Discord and that baby blanket that you posted, the TL Yarn Crafts one with the earth tones. She really liked it. She thought it was really pretty. Okay, a cute little tail. Wait, there's more legs. Wait, we have to do another set of far front and back legs. Wait. Am I prepared for this? I didn't look at the picture fully. It has another set of legs. Okay, well, that makes sense. Deer do have 4 legs. I don't think I'm ready to do any more legs. We're gonna put a pin in this, not an actual pin. We're gonna put a pin in that, and I'm gonna transition back over to what's it called? Where's the thing? We're gonna do the Project Linus blanket because I need the. Well, this is Project Linus. I need to get more work on the pastel one. So just pivot. We're gonna go and do a totally different project. I don't feel like doing any more deer legs at the moment. I'll gather up my animal parts that I have so far. It's thrown in that box. And don't need the yarn needle at the moment. Oh, the other thing I'm going to end up doing, putting that up. From browns to pastels. Now I gotta find the pattern. I'm on, not computer, but my file. Before I get into this, I need to take a quick little break. It's not an ad break, it's real quick. I will be right back. And welcome back, everybody. There's my hook. I gotta remember where I was on this pattern. Eleven, 4. 2, 5. Oh, the other thing, let me get this going. There we go. The link for this will be popping up periodically if anybody wants it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3. Okay. Stitch got snagged. Let me get a lot of slack. A whole lot of it. There we go. I think we're going to be good now, hopefully. Seven, 5. 11. Something is in my socket. Eight, 4, 7, 8. Two, 4, 5. So Clay said, "Thank you for the compliment." Oh, definitely. Yeah, you picked really good colors. Seven. Oh no, I got a knot. Oh, we fixed it. Two, 2. Two, 7, 5. 2, 4. We're going to do 5, 2, 5, 11, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 5. 5, 3, 4. We're going to have an ad starting up again. It's already been an hour. Or we've done 2 hours. Wow. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 11. Next. I will be back right after this ad break. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sitting through the ad. So I got done that round. Coming along pretty good. Let's zoom out a little. You can really see the pattern really coming about. Okay, I think that's going to be it for tonight. We're going to go see if we can find somebody to raid real quick. I'm not certain if anybody is on. Let me switch this over. Let's take a looky here. None of the people, well, the people I'm following, they're either playing a video game or they're diamond painting, and I don't think I want to go to diamond painting. There is one I think we could raid. Wait a minute, where's that? See something real quick. Uh, Hold on one second. I'm determining something. Yeah, somebody is they're crocheting. I don't know what this thing is. I think we're gonna go raid them. Let me I'll get that in there and get that ready. Alrighty, so I will be on again tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna work further into the forest. We're gonna continue our journey, and we're gonna see what we're going to find. Wait, are they ending their stream? I'm not certain if they're ending their stream or not. We're going to continue our journey. Thank you for tuning in. Check out the Discord. Check out the YouTube. Check out the merch store. I think that's about it. So we're going to go raid 9.5. I've been in their channel a few times before. It's been a while. So I think they are a multi-project crafter. So go and give them some love, and I will see you all tomorrow.